How you doing, folks? It's Ron from Ron's Beer Reviews and Tools. And I've got a beer to showcase today for you from Boulevard Brewing Company out there in Kansas City, Missouri. Should you be inclined to call, I do have the number. The phone number here is 816-474-7095. They have a fantastic looking brewery out there. The lineup of their brews is good looking. I've seen all this on the internet. I haven't been to the brewery, and I've been to Kansas City once in my life, but they got a nice looking brewery and the lineup of beers that I've seen on their webpage. Alright, let's do a little info on this fine brew. Boulevard Brewing Company, as I said, is in Kansas City, Missouri. The founder is the Mr. John McDonald in 1984. He had traveled through Europe, particularly where the Belgian-style brews are. He liked the different variations on the Belgian styles, but they're all very close together, and he liked it. And that's what got him going. He came back to the United States with the hunger for having a brewery and making his own brews. Let's take a look at the cover on this before I forget, because before we open it, I guess that's not getting focusing in. Yes, no, maybe. And a nice cover cap on there. I like that, what they have on that. Boulevard Brewing Company Smokestack Series. Well, that's a series that they have. You've seen this bottle a little bit earlier. Let's get some information on this. As I said, this was started in 1984, founded by John McDonald. 2014, Boulevard, I don't know if this is good or bad news or whatever, brewery became part of the Duvel, which is a Belgian brewery company, I'm pretty sure. Became part of that Duvel Moorgat family of breweries. They have under their umbrella. Duvel, I don't remember now which, could be in the United States, but they got the, that was 2014, it went into that family. Whiskey Barrel Stout, this beer here that we're talking about here is 11.8% ABV by volume, 32 international bitter units. So that's kind of high on the IBUs, and will that show up in the beer? It will, like they do that with IPAs. They just don't put more malt in to balance it out, to get a well-balanced beer, and that's what they do with the stouts. So you have to put more hops in because of the amount of malt you're putting into it and the types of malt you're putting into it. On the EBC scale, it's 282. That's similar to I go by the SRM scale of colors of beers, and that's 40 plus. This color will be 282. It's way up there, the European. The malts in this. Well, let's open it up and see, and I will talk about it as we open it up. You got to open it. We do. We have our tool over here, our Klein tool. Handy for opening the beer as you're working on small things. Not bad having a cold brew. My favorite mug. I like mugs. This one here is a favorite. St. Patrick's Day. Instant Irish. Just add beer. And a mug doesn't fall out of my hand. A little less than a head in that. I can see a lot of carbonation. As you can see, the color of it is black. It is dark. Amber head, a little less than a finger thickness. Half an inch, as you can see. Alright, let's talk about this a bit. The malts in this are malted barley, rye, oats and wheat. As we know, oats and wheat, it's going to make a smooth beer with the oats and the wheat. On this brew, a third of the final blend now, this is blended together with, well, let me just finish the sentence. A third of the final blend is freshly brewed beer. So it's freshly brewed out of the fermenter. And then the rest of that, they take a 1/3 out, and the rest of it is aged for up to a year or more. And what happens is, the reason they say year or more, depends how fast it's selling. They like to age it at least, well, a year or more. But as it's selling, it's going to be at least in there a year. I mean, it's guaranteed to be in there a year. Let's see. Okay, and it gets 2 different casks. The first agent, and then they got another agent right in the second cask, which is the old alcohol cask, a whiskey cask, I should say. As you can see, 11.8% ABV. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I do have a treat today. There you go. Extra hot Pringles. Let's see. All right, no further ado. Let's take a smell on this. Oh, by the way, boozy, a booze. That aged barrel aroma. Some light fruitiness. I get confused on this because I don't know if it's caramel or toffee. Nice smell. It's, and I can't tell if it's caramel or toffee. It's one of them. I mean, those sweet. Sometimes you get it with candy. It's really a great aroma. I'm getting, a molasses. I think it's molasses. Getting molasses, which they use primarily for making rum. But oh, I want to really further. In back of me, I don't know if you can see. Last night we all went out to eat, and I may be posting that. It was nice up in not New Hampshire. My son that lives in New Hampshire, him and his wife came down to Massachusetts, and then up in North Andover, Massachusetts, we went up to a fine restaurant up there called The Loft, and had a fine meal. It was really good. After that, they had us go to, because they took us out, and my daughter was with us. She came home from Arizona to be home for 8 days. She came home, and she ended up on the meal, buying the meal for all of us. She was so happy to see us and so forth, and wanted to buy us the meal. So that was fine, even though my son and his daughter initially took us out. But she wanted to pay for the meal, which was great. But then after the meal, went to this place, and it's called The Twist. And you go there and you paint. And what happens is, you all get your easel, and you'll see it up there, I don't know, to your left, the paint that I did. This size here, it's a white piece of whatever they call that. I'm not a big painter. My loving wife is a painter, and I do other kind of arts and crafts. Well, anyways, there's a big class. There was a lot of us there. All 5 were there in a group. And the guy has a little stage, and he's on there. He put a painting up there, and we were to paint that painting with his instructions. So he has the camera that so that everybody can see. He's on the stage. I could look like this here, but it's better. And I had a big screen here, and I could see him on the screen in the painting. And the blank piece that we use, I don't know if the painters call that. But anyways, he said, you first do this line, do that line. We even used chalk at one point, the blue chalk for the trees. I guess to make us get it straighter instead of the brush would be with the chalk. And then the mountains, and he went step by step. Excuse me, I have a lisp. There's not much space in my teeth, and cause when I say my S's. But anyways, we did it on our own, and that should over. Can you zero in on that? Zoom in on that actually. There's my painting up there with the mountains, and can you zoom on that? Oh, good. All right. Okay, so you should see a good closeness on that. Just zoomed in. You see the closeness. And I did that. I painted that. We all did. We all painted one. And a couple of them upstairs that my daughter did and my loving wife did. And up in New Hampshire that my daughter-in-law and my son did. And all varied a little bit because of the way we kind of seen things, how he did them. All right. Back to the beer review. Here it is here. No further ado. I'll show you what its aroma is like. Oh, that is creamy vanilla. I got vanilla, yeah. Vanilla sticking on top of my mouth. Vanilla. It's boozy. It's been aging in whiskey barrels, for sure. It is boozy. I'm getting a fruitiness. I know that fruit. Peach, plum? Peach or plum? I think plum. Peach is more sweeter, right? Peach, plum. A lot of maltiness to it. The grain. I'm getting that. It's not. There's no astringency from the malt or the hops at all. The booze. It's not. And it's funny. It's not like some of the other beers that you have. You get an alcohol presence. It isn't an alcohol presence. You just pick up on it as you drink. It kind of blends in with then just like some coffee or chocolate. It's really nice. It's very, a mouthfeel is full. At 8.2%, no, 11.8% ABV. That'll get you going there. I mean, that's strong for a beer, 11.8. That is strong. That is really, really nice. I mean, that is nice. I've enjoyed. This is enjoyable. I'm getting some carbonation. Overall, this is a great balanced beer. Very, very balanced. You really can't pick up on hops in this. And it's not sweet. I mean, I am getting a bit of sweetness, but not cloyingly sweet at all. Sometimes the sweetness doesn't come out because you're getting that flavor from the booze. And that just as it goes over your tongue, it blends. Sweetness is the beginning of your tongue, and the end is back of your tongue is a sour. I mean, the bitter and middle of your tongue is a sour. And it blends as it goes over the tongue. There's nothing sticks out on this, except at times as you're drinking it, and too many things stick out to say that, well, this is just this. That is very good beer. I will have to try some more of their brews. I will get this again, yes. Brewed and bottled by Boulevard Brewing Company, Kansas, Missouri. I will have to get some of their others. This is nice. I will get some of these. We have a family friend that loves these barrel-aged stouts with their bourbon, whatever kind. But he likes those barrel-aged stouts. And I will get some of these for him. His name is Richard, and his wife Paula. I will have, and she likes them too. I will have to get some of these for them, and it is so enjoyable. So I won't go any longer. It's a good brew. I am enjoying it. You ought to try it if you like your stouts that are barrel aged. This is the one to go with. Very good. All right, with that said, folks, enjoy the day. We're having a nice day here in Massachusetts. I think all New England we're getting, it's like 40 degrees. And it's been that way all day. It might have even gone up to 41. I don't know, but it's out there in the shirt. I was working on the cars, getting my wife's car all up to par. My daughter can drive while she's here in Massachusetts. Excuse me. And it was sunny, nice and sunny day today. For a winter day in New England, that's strange. That is different to have that kind of in January, end of January. But I'll take it. I will take it. So with that said, I think I've said this 2 or 3 times. Enjoy the day. If you're going to drink responsibly. Don't drive. Run heavy equipment. Kids underage, don't drink. Ciao.